Welcome back, everyone, to another Onward VRML cast. I'm your host, TheSkyJoker, and this morning slash evening slash afternoon, depending on where you are at, we are bringing you Raw Meat versus KOVRA. Just 1 second to make sure everything is squared away. I went ahead and pre-put everything on the board here as without a co-caster, just a little bit easier on me. So we got the bands of Suburbia and Downfall here. First map, Subway. Looking at these bands, Suburbia coming out from Raw Meat, I was looking at the stats and it looks like they're little on the weaker end as far as win rate. And KOVRA coming out, they've played it a lot. They definitely like it as a team, and I think they kind of felt that there was a advantage there, and that's why the Suburbia band came out. As far as Downfall, it looked a little bit like KOVRA hadn't played it enough, as they don't have any stats on it, and I think that's why they banned it, just to kind of get rid of something they might be uncomfortable on. Let me make sure. Okay, so y'all can hear everything. Oh, yep, we do have game audio. It's just quiet right now. All right, so everything looks fine. I'm glad to be back here on the casting deck, as it has been a little bit since I've at least main casted, I should say. Even if it is this early in the morning, I was gonna do the Aussie game that was a couple hours ago, or at least was going to be a couple hours ago. However, I fell back asleep after my alarm, and it got rescheduled anyways, so I guess it's a good thing I went back to bed. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into the gameplay view real quick. We do have everybody in the lobby, so the action could be underway at any moment. So let's take a look at this first objective. Over here in the basement, probably the hardest to attack, but the most interesting, or at least one of the most interesting to attack, as it requires some teamwork across multiple levels depending on how you approach this. Having people coming from both stairs plus basement tunnels, having a full team push down one stairwell. It's just such a dynamic that the defenders have to be aware of. And as a defensive team, do you put everybody downstairs? Do you put a couple up here? Do you send a flanker? Do you run through tunnels? I mean, there's so many different ways to play this objective, being all the way in the basement and having two other levels above it just adds a lot of variety. We can go ahead and take a look at the roster here while we wait for them to strategize and prepare for the first round here. Again, this is KOVRA versus Raw Meat. Raw Meat is the home team, but it looks like they opted to choose the Volk round for the first map, or at least to start on Volk. So interesting choice there, probably playing the Volk advantage that Subway kind of has. So looking at the roster, we got Chachinobi, KOVRA number 3, Kabong, Bronx Sky Core, and Battle Rose for KOVRA. On Raw Meat, we got Lil Lion Man, Haywire Bubble, Nunny, Nuggy P, and Shark Mo. See, I don't think these two teams have faced each other in the past. They have not, so this will be a first-time matchup for these two. Interesting to see. We've got Raw Meat ranked 55 and KOVRA ranked 50th, both in bronze. So Raw Meat is of the higher standing, but I believe the connoisseurs are tilted more towards KOVRA. Yes, so we've got Raw Meat with 4 votes and KOVRA with 20 votes. A little bit of a landslide there towards KOVRA. We'll see if KOVRA are deserving of those extra votes or not. And as I complete that thought, we are hopping in to round number 1, it looks like. Go, a no overlay, so we can hop right in. We do have in-game comms, luckily enough, so we can hear all the beautiful voices of the players. So we're going to follow along with the tunnel push here. We've got Kabong and Bronx leading the charge. See how they split up here. Ooh, they're going to stack heavy on this left side, and we don't have a aggressive flanker on the defense. It looks like most of them are opting to stay tucked in on the lower level. Pre-fire coming out for Bronx in case anybody gets aggressive and pushy. It's going to give away that there's a tunnel push. However, most teams would expect it anyways, so not too surprising there. Take a look at the defensive setup here. All my settings are good. So it looks like the defense have all opted to stay on the lower level. This is a very condensed defense. It puts a lot of pressure directly on the objective. However, it means that as soon as the fight begins, the enemies or the MARSOC are already down here. They are already basically challenging the objective, which means all rotations and all reactions have to be very, very fast. Still a lot of pre-fire coming through that tunnel. Bronx wants to make sure absolutely nobody is going to peek over him and get a pre-fire on him. And he has the LMG. He has the belt-fed magazine, so he has the ammo to do it. Sharkmo with the drum mag is going to be the one to challenge these two coming through the tunnel. So he also has the ammunition. In fact, we're going to put a camera down here so we keep track of this action while we also try and split our attention. Looks like we've got a 3-man push coming into this northern stairwell. I'm wondering if they're all going to breach this stairwell or if they're going to split up between the multiple. Frag comes out, not going to go outside and catch anybody. However, that will give away the possible push coming from this direction. We do have a C4 clacker. Not sure where it was placed, though. Oh, the attack coming in here on the north stairs a little bit ahead of their tunnel push. Oh, Cha-Cha with a nice shot onto Nuggy, the one watching it. Nunny's going to peek out. Can't quite find the shots. Haywire's going to assist. Might catch both of them in the back here. Catches one. Battle Rose getting Nunny downed over there in the corner, though. Nunny gets the call out. Haywire with the pre-fire. Going to accidentally confirm Nunny in the trade next to objective. Now we're going to have to shift our attention here to Sharkmo. My camera did not place. Catch Kabong in the back here. Possible refrag, though. Ooh. Bong just barely doesn't peek out enough. Down to a 2v2. They are definitely aware of this tunnel push. Lion staying on objective. Sharkmo's just patiently waiting. Ooh, the shoulder peek. Sharkmo misses the shots, and Kabong with a nice push around the corner gets the kill. Now down to a 1v2. Gonna take a look at Lion Man's perspective here. He's still a little bit nervous about the stairs behind him. He doesn't know that the last two are coming in from this direction. Looks like Bronx is over there in the tunnels. He might be going for a rotation to come in from a separate stairwell and go for a pinch, or he's checking for a flanker. Is actually a pretty nice accidental angle I've gotten here through the walls. Oh no, the caster is hacking. Go ahead and take a look at Bong and Brox here. For anybody who speaks Korean. Bronx is not afraid to use those LMG rounds. Held Lion is very nervous trying to hold these angles here, making sure he doesn't get capped on. There's only 40 seconds left in the round, so as soon as that round timer beeps, this push is going to come through, and Lion is going to have 2 KOVRA pushers to deal with here. Oh, no. Not quite sure. Look, yes, Bronx's teammate has dropped. So this has become a 1v1 in the last 20 seconds now. It's going to help Lion a little bit. The attempted flash doesn't quite go far enough. 10 seconds left on the clock. Lion just has to stay alive. All he has to do is stay alive and not get too peaky. And it looks like the timeout comes through, and Rami take the round. Bronx Sky loses a little track of the time there. And Rami take the first point. Oh man, that was a really close round. The attack looked really good. There was a lot of trade kills right on the objective with that 3-man push down this stairwell. Actually, it might have been a 2-man with 1 on the other side. And Rami did a really good job at defending the aggression, especially once they identified that they were coming down here from the kill on Nuggy. Nunny and Haywire had a really nice pinch. It was unfortunate that Haywire accidentally confirmed Nunny, but he did end up saving the objective in the end. And then you saw Lion Man rotate to where Haywire was. A very smart move to reinforce the objective like that. Once you've identified that your teammates have gone down, you need to think about what angles have now been opened up and if you need to rotate and cover them or not. That was good hindsight by Lion Man. That was a really solid attack that we saw in the tunnels, though, with, I believe it was Kabong, who had a really good shoulder peek right here on this corner. He just poked out and poked back in, and as soon as Shark saw the movement, he just took the shots instinctively. But because it was so fast, it would have been hard to hit, but that gave Kabong just enough information on where Sharkmo was to then re-peek the corner and get the pre-fire onto him. Was a very good clear. Unfortunate with the drop at the last second. I'm not sure how much that would have fully affected the round. It looked like their push was still really slow, but the 2v1 would have helped them for sure. Let's go ahead and drop the overlay. Make sure we don't forget it and the caster doesn't get yelled at. And take a look at the roster that we have. Or at least the kill spread, I should say, that we have coming out here. Kacha with the 1 kill on the side of KOVRA. Technically, one of the others got a kill onto Nunny on the peek out. However, it came out as a TK. Unfortunately, Haywire Bubble technically having 2 kills. And here we go into round number 2. Overlay is already down, so we don't have to worry about that.
You want Nugget? Okay, you come with me and Nunny. Okay. So, north stair. How do we want to get there, Nun? North stairs?
Yeah, I think north stairs, but let's wait. Watch for this flanker.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Looks like the Raw Meat team is going to prepare for a possible flanker coming out from the defense here. We'll see if that comes to pass. Haywire Bubble making his way down the south stairs. Not going to have anybody challenging that. Let's take a look at the tunnels here. Ooh, KOVRA number 3 in a little bit of a flanker position here. Pushed way out from objective. He is basically just going to wait for Raw Meat to either come up this stairwell from the tunnels or down horseshoe right there. His job is to keep them from gaining a foothold over here in the middle platform, which is exactly what Haywire Bubble is trying to do right now. We're going to snap a camera here because I think this is going to be a very important position here later in the round. Let's make sure that camera placed. And let's check on the rest of the offense here. Okay, so they're doing a very good job at watching their back on the push. Again, making sure there's no flanker. They're just methodically clearing their way through. Looks like some drum mags were passed out as the spearhead of this attack, Nunny and VHL, both have drum mags in their weapons. Take a look at Haywire's approach here. He's actually the one with the drum mags. Looks like he's just watching his tablet, waiting for the rest of his team to get in position. Very smart. He knows he's safe. He knows he's in his spot. And now he just has to wait for the timing. Very good clearing of these stairs. VHL feeling a little bit safe that there's nobody watching them, considering the objective is just going to rush down there. Take another look at the defense here. So we've got Cha-Cha over here in this corner where Nunny was in the last round. Battle Rose taking a very uncommon position, prone by this bench. Looks like he's got C4 on the rooftop there. A little easy to spot, but not everybody looks upwards, so it could catch somebody out. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Kabong here. Prone in a nice little dark crevice in the tunnels, but I don't think anybody's actually going through tunnels. It looks like the brute force of the attack is all coming from the middle platform. Haywire already pushing his way up here. It's really going to come down to how do they clear out KOVRA number 3 tucked in this tunnel. If they don't clear him out, he's going to be a dangerous threat coming in behind them as the fight comes through. Haywire Bubbles checking the tunnel. We'll see if he checks deep enough. So close to spotting him out. And you gotta know, in game, this is all they're gonna see. You can just barely make out a face and a shoulder. That's gonna be a tough one to spot out. Oh, Nuggy making their way.
Let's go.
Looks like they're just going to smoke the north stairs and push right through. They're going to heavy assault this. They find one, suppressing Shinobi in the corner. They find two. And now they are on objective. The full assault of Rami is on the objective. This could be a cap if the defense doesn't react to this very quickly. They take down Bronx trying to rotate. Now Kabong's alone in the tunnel. 2 on objective, and the cap looks like it's going to come out here. KOVRA trying to rush his way back. Might not have enough time. They're trying to read out the code. It's taking a little bit of time. Rotation's coming out. And the uplink gets sent. Raw Meat get the cap for the 2 points on round number 2. Wow. That... I would say the attack was a little bit out of sync. The full force, the 3-man assault got a little bit antsy, I would say, over here. And didn't wait for the south approach. But man, it worked out. They just rushed straight through the smoke. They caught the one proned. Which was interesting to push through the smoke so heavily, considering it's blinding. But they came through, got one, suppressed the crap out of the guy in the corner over here, eventually finding him. And then they had the objective. They were in full control. The defense taking a little long to realize just how heavy they were hit right there. And then the capping duo reading out the code, typing it in. That was pretty good. But that was a 5-up offense. They ended that round with all 5 members. That was solid work from Raw Meat. And the Connoisseurs definitely feeling a little bit of pressure here. And KOVRA also feeling the pressure. I'm pretty sure it was their map pick as they started on Marsoc. They're struggling to gain the traction against Raw Meat right now. All right, so we're hopping in to round number 3 here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that pesky old overlay so we can see what's going on and hop into round number 3 on the new objective here on the south stairs. Little bit of last minute strategizing here. A nice setup from Raw Meat watching the south stairs. Oh, but an instant kill. Looks like an M203 as well. Gonna shut down an aggressive defensive push. Again, the pre-fire from Bronx Sky. Down the alleyway. He is not afraid to put lead down range. He has the ammo. He's going to use it. That's going to tell Sharkmo the push is coming, and he can use those shots to tell exactly where he's at. But we're going to have to split our attention once again here. The push coming in from the other side as well. Shots ringing out. The west alley being opened up there a little bit. If Raw Meat loses the west alley, it's going to be high risk for a cap right here around that gate. Sharkmo eagerly trying to hold down his position, but he's not able to. Now down to just 2 by the stairwell. Cha-Cha coming in from the back. Nearly missing Nuggy. Nuggy just out to die here as he does not want to get capped on. Now down to just Nunny. But if she's not careful, she could get capped on from the alleyway. But the final kill comes out and the last minute TK, unfortunately. But KOVRA managed to take the point in an aggressive and great attack. Go ahead and give them that deserved point. However, I'm pretty sure I heard an M203 frag, which I do not believe is able to be taken on this map. However, we will let the teams and clips decide that one, as we are just here to watch the entertainment of Onward. And now we have a switch of the teams here. Raw Meat now on the offense, KOVRA on the defense. KOVRA with a solid attack plan. We'll see if Raw Meat is able to execute one just as good. And we'll see if KOVRA is able to successfully now defend the objective that they just assaulted. It's looking like if Raw Meat win this, either by killing the force or typing in the code, they will take map number 1. If KOVRA win this, then they will have 2 points, and if they cap the next round, they could take map number 1. This is still anybody's game. Could see a 0-3 comeback here, which is always fun to watch. Here we go. Round number 4 coming your way. Oh, let's not forget that overlay. And hop on in.
I took it. Trying to catch this. I'm gonna go smoke it and scare the living out of them.
North. Oh, here I'm going with you.
Like we're going to have a 3-2 split between the stairwells. Haywire Bubble leading the south charge. Will he be ready for Cha-Cha here in the corner, though? Wire Nunny playing the duo here. Nunny should be in a position to refrag if Haywire gets shot in the back. Oh, and Haywire backs right up into him. Oh, Nunny goes for the peek. Very slow. Oh, and Cha-Cha comes out on top. That's going to shut down the south push there on the stairs. Bronx with the nice peek onto VHL. Now down to just the two-man assault, Nuggy and Sharkmo. Oh, KOVRA with the nice flank. Gonna find Sharkmo on the side. Now down to just Nuggy here. Coming up onto Bronx Sky. KOVRA putting their staging ground for a comeback here from the 0-3. Down to just Nuggy versus all 5 defenders. And he goes for the kamikaze assault, but gets shut down. And KOVRA take their second point. Believe I gave that to the wrong one. There we go. That's fixed. Wow. A beautiful, beautiful defensive hold. Cha-Cha in a nice ambush spot down in the corner there. See here. We are now moving to the market objective. One of my personal favorites on Subway, as it's always fun to see how teams stack up outside of the market and how in sync their assault is. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that overlay ahead of time and take a look at the kill spread here. All right, and here we go. We are popping in to round number 5. Raw Meat back on the defense here. They had the 3-0 lead, but now it's coming up 3-2. They got to be feeling a little bit nervous, as now all KOVRA needs is a cap in order to take this map back from them, or at least to take it first map of the series.
연막 쪽은 중앙 계단으로 가야 되지 않아요? 중앙 계단
Very aggressive pre-fire very early in case of a flanker. Interesting choice, though, as the defense could not have been there that quickly. I guess he wants to just be for sure. Take a look at the defensive setup here. Again, a little condensed, or pretty condensed on the objective. They basically have a kill box inside of the marketplace, which is relatively common for most defenses on this objective. We'll see how KOVRA is able to handle it. Haywire managing to shut down one of the attackers coming out of the tunnel here. Flashbang coming out. Nuggy finding one. Another M203, it sounds like. Coming in to try and clear out one. Doesn't quite find its mark. Nuggy gets caught out being a little aggressive here. Down to a 4v3. Nunny just spraying through the smoke, making sure no caps are coming out. Haywire with the trade down in the south. Oh, if they're not careful, KOVRA could cap inside of the smoke, but Lion shuts that down. And now Kabong coming in from the rear against the 3-man defense. Not impossible, but gonna be tough. Lion definitely hears the footsteps and is aware of this. Oh, Kabong finds one, but Lion manages to get the refrag. And Raw Meat take map number 1. Go ahead and see if this works here. Full screen replay. And it does. Looking nice and pretty for the final kill. As we prepare ourselves for map number 2. Anybody got any predictions for it? This will be, again, KOVRA's pick. If I had to guess for map number 2, we'll see if they even give me time to guess. Looking at KOVRA stats. Ooh, they might go cargo. Ha! They went the exact opposite as soon as I said that. They have a short range. They are going to long range. They've got a 50-50 win rate on it. Looking at Raw Meat, they have a 0 win rate. They've played it once, lost it once. So maybe they are playing the experience game here. Go ahead and pop map number 2 in there, Snow Peak. And get those team names locked in. It looks like this was actually Raw Meat's pick. Interestingly enough. Do have the home teams, right? Yes, Raw Meat is the home team. So I'm not sure if both teams are just picking Volk advantage. And take a look here at the first objective. It's going to be a close quarters battle in the tunnels. Always fun to see. It's kind of ironic, Snow Peak being such a big map with these objectives on the inside forcing very close quarters fights. It's always pretty interesting to see that dynamic come in and see how teams deal with it. Like we're just waiting for one more on the side of KOVRA. Still waiting on the 5th here. Oh, and just as I say something, looks like they subbed in a Jason. Always nice to see some rotations of players as maps go on, trying to play the subs, playing the full roster. It looks like that will be all the substitutions coming out. So now the teams just got to prepare their strats and get ready for map number 2. Raw Meat coming in, winning the first map 4-2. Are going to be feeling pretty good about it. KOVRA. Let's see. Yeah, KOVRA on their toes here, trying to gain the traction that they need in order to take this series. With this being what appears to be Raw Meat's pick, gonna be tough. As you can assume that Raw Meat feels pretty comfortable on this map. I mean, they did lose the one time they played it, so curious as to why they picked it. Maybe something has changed since they played it. Got a 3-man push through the tunnels here. Gonna have to deal with Kabong. Once again, Haywire leading the charge. Oh, Kabong turns away at just the wrong time, and Haywire exploits that. That's going to open up these tunnels for a nice staging ground for an attack on the objective. We're going to pop a camera there on that so important hallway and take a quick look at VHL and Nuggy. So they're going to end up staging an attack here on the north end of the tunnel. KOVRA just peeking out every once in a while, waiting to catch somebody. Free fire through the smoke, not going to find anybody. Gives away the assault from this hallway, though. However, it looks like they might, again, just be staging and waiting for the rest of the offense to get in position. Sharkmo doing a really good job at holding rear security. And Haywire, once again, just watching the tablet. Oh, KOVRA with a nice peek out catches VHL trying to suppress and pre-fire. Nuggy should have enough information to be able to shut down KOVRA now. Looks like utility coming out. Flashbang a little too short. Nuggy was a little confident in that flashbang, came charging through and gets shut down. Haywire crosses right through Jason's line thanks to that smoke. And now they're going to try and challenge the objective. Oh, Haywire didn't spot Cha-Cha and get shut down. Nunny right out in the open here. As soon as this smoke goes down, Jason will see her. And sure enough, the hallway isn't properly cleared. Now down to just Sharkmo. Oh, wow. I sure did. I sure did it, guys. I sure did it. Round number 1. After everything has already happened, down to a 1v4. You're Sharkmo. How do you approach this? You don't have a kill count. You're all alone. And you're not really sure where the defense is. Sharkmo making a lot of noise coming up on Cha-Cha. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Sharkmo walks right by Cha-Cha. And the final kill comes out. Unfortunate not checking your corners right there. Little late on that replay grab. Sharkmo just walked right by. It can be so hard to spot out defenders in those dark corners. We're going to go ahead and give them that much deserved point. Oh, I've just been told my game volume is a little low. We turn that down low to help people hear the commentation, but if it is too low, I can definitely turn that up. All right. Let me know how that sounds, everybody, once you reach this point in time. And 5.5 minutes. Go ahead and, again, get rid of that overlay ahead of time so we don't do what I just did last round. And here we go into round number 2. Double checking the overlay is down as we hop into the action. KOVRA taking the first point of the map, raw meat. Now feeling a little bit pressured as they have to take at least one Marsoc round. Let's follow Nuggy here to see where the C4 gets placed. Ooh, a little out in the open, but it's low. It's going to be... Anybody crouching here to check down here might see that. But if it gets shot, it's going to give away that people are there. So we'll see. We'll definitely see how this goes. Taking a look at the full defense here. It's a little bit more spread out. BHL taking the tunnels out here. Up in the south. Nunny holding down this trash pile. Watching that doorway, a little bit different from what we saw in the last round by these boxes. This being a much less used position. We'll see if KOVRA is aware of that possibility. Taking a look at the north coverage. Sharkmo looking long down south, and Haywire having a nice cross view towards this cross, or nice view on this cross. However, the problem here is if a KOVRA member peeks right here in the north, they're going to catch Sharkmo, and nobody's watching his back. Haywire's watching late for them to run this way, but nobody will see somebody looking at Sharkmo. And he's going to get shot in the butt. I think it would be better, as they have enough coverage down this way. I think it would be better if Sharkmo was facing north and actually watching that corner. Everybody upset with me about the overlay. I know. I know. Oh, Nuggy one-handing his G36 while also holding the clacker. This is going to be entertaining to watch. I don't think this is going to go as well as he hopes. Oh, and he misses the shots, giving away that he's there. He immediately runs around the corner, an uncleared area. And it looks like he's actually going to go for a flank now. No way he gets behind Battle Rose. No way. Oh, but the trade comes out with Haywire. And Nuggy's flank a little late. Now we're going to have to worry about Sharkmo getting shot in the butt here. Oh, Sharkmo has actually turned around just in time. But the nice shots from KOVRA, nice and accurate, right onto those boxes, shut him down. KOVRA have a nice pinch maneuver coming out here. If Cha-Cha and Jason hurry up and sink in. Oh, Nuggy almost gets punished for rushing out there. And gets caught out. The objective now very weak, down to just Nunny. Against 3.5 members of KOVRA. She's going to have to watch multiple angles here. Finds one. Finds two. Goes for the confirm. Cha-Cha gonna rush this corner. Nunny not ready for it. Oh, she flicks, but doesn't find the shots. Oh, but she rushes the corner and finds him. Jason might get this revive, though. Nunny needs to be ready for this. And the revive comes out back to a 2v1. Nunny gonna rush by this hallway, assuming it was clear, but it was not. Kabong getting the final kill, and KOVRA taking their second point. Wow, beautiful attack. Almost gets shut down. If Nunny had gotten both of those confirms, that could have been a very different round. And Nuggy just a little too antsy, rushing around corners and not clearing them. Definitely his downfall. Go ahead and head towards the next objective here. Looks like we're getting the North Hangar objective. So a bit more range here. We'll see if Raw Meat handles the range better than they did the indoor close quarters. Again, we're going to kill this overlay to take a look at the kill spread and make sure we don't miss any more action here. All right. So, definitely, again, a change in dynamic here going into these long engagements trying to push up to this objective. The lake being pretty wide open. Gonna be tough. We'll see what kind of angles the defense bring out.
Guys, only two.
No.
We hop into round number 3.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Nadia, I defer to
stay
you.
careful on this cross.
We're going to follow Haywire and Sharkmo as they are likely going to be the first ones in action. Unless we get some pre-fire onto this cross that's coming out with Nuggy, Lion, and Nunny. Sharkmo with the 4X SA80. A beautiful sight to see. One you don't see very often. But my loadout as well. And Haywire actually going for a belt fed now, as he was the one with the SA80 the previous round. Or previous rounds. Might just spot out Jason in those barrels. That's not a position you usually check. I don't think Shark is going to be ready to try and see a helmet there. So if you look at the outlines, I mean, you can barely tell there's a person there. Just see the gun moving around. That's going to be tough to spot. You don't see that position very often. if ever. I don't think I've ever seen somebody sit there, to be honest. That's going to be key for shutting down a lake push, as I don't think anybody's going to be prepared for somebody right there. Yeah, other than that, as was just called out, they are pretty tight on this objective. One inside the hangar, KOVRA in a pretty common position over the gate. One inside the shack, and one by these HESCO crates. This one a little less common. With 2 minutes down off the clock, Raw Meat taking their methodical approach to this objective. Let's take a look at just what they're doing over here. They're being very slow. I imagine they're being cautious for a possible flanker, as they've mentioned in the early rounds. They like to keep their eyes out for him.
What time does this go? 9? No. I know, I said a hard stop.
Got this double approach coming up, and if they're in sync enough, this 3-2 split is going to be a great pinch. Again, Jason just sitting in those barrels. I mean, you can just make out his head right there, but nobody's going to be looking for that. If Jason is patient enough, as soon as Haywire's out in the open, making his approach, he could just poke up and get this kill. Shots ringing out, not quite finding their mark. KOVRA definitely aware of the approach out there by the tunnels. Haywire now making a lot of noise. Will Jason poke out here, though? Oh, they're right next to each other. Just barely can't get the shot. Can he get over this hill enough, though? Oh, they are so close. Gonna stand tall, and he finds the shots. But Jason has to be aware that Haywire's here now, but Jason's not peeking out. He's just waiting. Haywire is basically challenging the objective now. If he's quiet enough and takes down Kabong in the back, there's nobody else on objective. If he has the fast fingers. Oh, a TK coming out almost from Nuggy. Shots ringing out down onto the hangar. Gonna distract him a little bit, but Haywire hears these shots from Jason now. Oh, will he get the kill? Or will he leave him alive? Oh, he's actually hiding behind this barrel, so Haywire can't quite see him. Going for the pre-fire, trying to get around, and he finds it. And the whole rear of the objective is open, and Kabong hasn't reacted at all. If Kabong doesn't react to the fact that his rear support is down, he could get shot in the back. He's actually checking his tablet now. And is now aware of the danger that's coming out here. Oh, but he turns around again. Cha-Cha gonna reinforce the objective. Oh, and Haywire finds the shots, but Cha-Cha also finds the shots. I don't think Haywire's aware that he's there. Oh, but he flicks up and finds the kill, and he is on objective now. The code is coming out. Battle needs to rush, but KOVRA takes the point as Raw Meat ran out of time. I completely lost track of it. Wow, that was close. If Raw Meat had just been a little bit faster while the objective was more clear, that could have been a cap. But KOVRA walk away with that point again, thanks to the timeout. That was such a beautiful push by Haywire and Shark. It was just a little too slow. I think Haywire getting distracted by Jason over there was a bad move. He got that tunnel vision. Once Haywire realized that Jason didn't know he was there, he should have just turned around and kept his push. That tunnel vision costed him a lot of seconds. If he had just continued to come to this door, he could have caught Cha-Cha in the back and then gotten on objective. But of course, hindsight, we see all of this. They do not. And a great round for KOVRA overall. And here we go. We're going to drop that scoreboard and hop right in to round number 4. Yes. And we got the Korean translators in the chat. Love to see that. I would love to learn Korean. I want to learn a new language. Korean would be a good one. I believe hello. I had a Korean league. I used to work at a bowling alley, and we had a Korean league, and they taught me a few words, some basic things, but the only thing I remember is hello. I believe it's like annyeonghaseyo, I think. I probably am mispronouncing it, but I think it's something along those lines. I'll probably have the Koreans laughing at me here in 6 minutes when they hear it, but I think that is hello. Maybe, and I think annyeong is short. You know, annyeonghaseyo is like respectfully saying hello, and annyeong is like a casual hello. I believe is how they explained it to me. But I will be told here in about 6 minutes. Let's take a look at the defense. Looking at this defense, relatively similar. Well, actually, looking at it overall, it's very spread out compared to KOVRA. They are focused on long angles as opposed to being very close. Haywire might catch 2 in the back here if he pokes out just the right time. Oh, he finds Battle Rose getting aggressive. But now Kabong is well aware of Haywire's position. Take a look at where the shots are coming from. Shark Mo over here. Make sure we don't lose sight on this engagement. Bong just being patient over on that Hesco's, now well aware that there's a possible flanker over here that needs to be dealt with. What's good about this is Haywire's effectively stopped their momentum, and that's going to use up a lot of time. Kabong is now very tunnel visioned on this position and is aware that he has to deal with it. Now Haywire well aware that Kabong is there. And Haywire finds the shots. That's going to shut down that whole approach. and going to make it a little bit easier for Raw Meat to hold their ground. And we could see a 0-3 comeback once again. Or at least another attempt, I should say. Cha-Cha sneaking his way through the lake here. Very out in the open. Dangerous to be trying to engage people from here. Looks like he's just shooting at shadows at the moment. Just some trading of fire. 90 seconds on the clock here. KOVRA is going to have to make their push. Otherwise, they are going to fall short on time as well. Oh, Haywire finding one from across the map with the PKM. Not an easy task with the amount of recoil that comes up. Raw Meat loses one. Gonna weaken the defense on the lakefront here. Just a little bit. We'll see if KOVRA's ready for Lion Man in the same position he was in the previous round. Push comes out. 30 seconds left on the clock. A trade behind the objective down to just Cha-Cha. Finds Lion in the back. He is now challenging the objective. 20 seconds on the clock. The crash needs to come out. Nuggy needs to react to this. Tablet is out. I don't think he can cap from that far away, though. He can't. He's got to rush the objective. Tablet out, but Nuggy shuts it down. And Raw Meat take their first point on map number 2. Apologies, had a little bit of a delay in the tech there, but we got it. And now, Raw Meat hopefully begin their comeback here. And we are actually once again moving objectives to now the shack objective, another outside one, but I would argue a close range objective, as most engagements don't happen until they are inside of this little courtyard area. Go ahead and drop a camera or two. Make sure, or at least to try, not to miss any of this action. So just waiting for the next round. We're going to drop that overlay. Make sure I don't get yelled at again. And take a look at the kill spread here. And here we go. Round number 5 coming out here. Right, we'll go ahead and take a look at the push here. Looks like another 3-2 spread coming out from Raw Meat.
I'm just come with you guys.
I'm gonna go up here and get sniped.
Right.
Hell, Lion, I'm gonna go up here and snipe him. Take a look at what he's got here. 4x on the marksman rifle. Doesn't look like he'll catch anybody out. Unless they get a little too peaky. Take a look at the garage approach. Looks like the first person the garage approach is going to have to deal with is Jason on top of this tank. That is going to be very tough to spot out here. Black on black, not easy to see. We're going to drop a camera there. Let's make sure it dropped. Yep. In case we have to look away. If Jason's not careful, though, if he turns on somebody, he could clip into the tank weapon and his gun might not shoot. We'll see how practiced he is in this position and see if he can get around that possibility. Make sure we're not missing any of the action here. We actually have possible engagement coming out from Lion and Battle Rose. They are pretty close to each other. Battle's actually sneaking their way around for a possible flank. We cannot lose sight of that possibility. Jason finding one, but giving Sharkmo a little bit of information now that there's a defender out here by that tank. We're going to have to split our attention here. Lion might find Battle Rose in the back here. Oh, they take cover just in time. Pokes out and finds Lion. Now going to go back to the tank engagement. Sharkmo's quiet as he comes around with the commando suppressed. Not something you see very often. Oh, Sharkmo just doesn't quite. I'm not sure what the pause was, but he finds the kill nonetheless. Oh, an engagement over here right on objective on the Heskos. Kabong finding Nunny. But Haywire finding one right on the objective. A 2v3 Haywire. He manages to catch Kabong here. The other two defenders are very far off the objective. Perfect smoke to make this cross. Oh, Kabong can't see it. This could be a cap. Kabong can't see it. Oh, but he sees him right through this little gap in the smoke. Unfortunate. Now down to just Sharkmo. And the two defenders are still far from the objective. They have not crashed yet. Very dangerous. But I don't think Sharkmo is going to be ready for Battle Rose to be this far away if he continues the approach from that side of the hill. Oh, Battle Rose might find him in the back. Oh, and he does for the final kill. KOVRA taking map number 2, Snow Peak, 4-1. We're going to go to a map 3 decider. I forgot to play that replay for the final kill. Again, another delay. They took some shots and then stopped for a second and then kept shooting. And here we go, going into map number 3. Oh, yes. My favorite map in VRML, Bazaar. I have loved this map from day one. I enjoy the variety it gives. I like the... You can play it any way you want, basically. You can be aggressive, you can be slow, you can be methodical, you can be... you can just do it all on this map. Especially with these new objectives that they've brought in. Adding a little bit extra spice to it. Love it. But we are not getting a new objective to start out with. We are actually getting one of the older ones over here in the West Market. A relatively bulk-sided objective, I would say. Go ahead and get these team names in. Crap. All right, and we are ready to get some more Onward action going. Looks like KOVRA is once again subbing somebody out. So we'll get to see that momentarily. I gotta ask though, who else in chat is as obsessed with this VRML music as I am? I enjoy it so much. I went through the effort of putting the files into my Spotify so I can listen to them casually. I love the music that they have. Whoever they hired to make it did a very wonderful job. Also, please let me know if the game audio is good now. Nobody has commented if that it's bad, so I assume that it's not too loud or anything, but please let me know as I did turn it up a bit. Just waiting on the teams to finalize their strats. We do have Bronx coming back in on KOVRA. Raw Meat keeping the same roster. Let's see how comfortable Raw Meat is on this map. Looking at the stats here. Raw Meat have played Bazaar 3 times and won it twice. So they have a 2/3 win rate. And KOVRA having a 1-to-1 100% win rate. They won all 4 rounds that they've played on it. So they are no slackers on this map, which might be part of the reason that they picked it. And here we go, prepping for round number 1 here. Let's get rid of that gameplay and hop right on into it.
Yeah, this angle right here.
또 드럼.
Drum.
또 중간으로 같이
I understood that one.
갈게요.
중간으로 저랑 같이 가시면 돼요.
Always interesting. I love listening to different languages as they speak. Always wondering what they're saying. And it's interesting to hear the accents. You know, us Americans, we don't have any interesting accents. Like another M203 coming out here from Battle Rose. We'll see how effective it is with the drum mags once again. Follow along with Battle as this appears to be the spearhead of the assault. Oh, Battle Rose just barely misses Haywire's hand poking out there.
Footsteps over here.
Nunny making the call out that there's footsteps on her. Very important call out. That's something you want to see with teams. A lot of people will want to stay quiet and just wait, but no. Raw Meat wants to get those call outs out so the rest of the team is aware that the sounds are coming in. Wire just barely misses Battle Rose. Oh, an M203 smoke right on objective. And the body fell on top of my camera. As the kill comes out. I don't think I grabbed that replay early enough, unfortunately. Just have to wait and see. I did. I just caught it just in time. The body fell on my camera. I've never had that happen before. It was quite interesting. It actually pushed my camera to the ground.
You're good. We can see that room still.
Like we're going to have a bit of a pinch here from the center and the north. We're going to have to keep our attention split. KOVRA making the cross. VHL's definitely going to hear this. Oh, wow. A nice pre-fire. KOVRA shutting that down, but Nuggy with the perfect refrag. Kabong now on the hunt for Nuggy. Right next to each other. Oh, the shoulder peek, and Nuggy with the pre-fire manages to catch him. Now a 2v4 here. Bronx going for the kills, but gets caught in a trade by Haywire. Down to just Cha-Cha, who finds Sharkmo near the objective. 2v1. Neither of the defenders are directly on the objective. This is very dangerous. Nuggy needs to turn their attention to this cross. Looks like he's actually going to rush for the objective to check it. Smart move as they don't have it cleared right now. But Nuggy needs to be careful just rushing around these corners and not properly clearing it, as that has gotten him killed a couple of times now. 2 minutes left on the clock.
I've got the room. You get the objective.
All right, good communication coming out. Nuggy aware that some rotations need to happen in order to fully cover this objective. And he properly communicates to Nunny that she needs to move and cover it. However, there is an open cap spot right here in the corner, but I don't think Cha-Cha is aware of it. Or he might be. He might go for this cap right behind the wall. They're not going to check it. He's going to cap behind the wall and they're not checking it. And now Nuggy is going too slow. He was being so rushy before. Cha-Cha, if he doesn't get this out, he might just not be quick enough. Nuggy's going to check it and he finds it. Cha-Cha not fast enough on the code. And Nuggy slowly encroaches around and finds it. Go ahead and get a full screen replay of that. I mean, it was just so close. So close. Wow. That was a cap. I mean, they didn't have the coverage. We're going to give raw meat that point, though, as they just in time find him. But now they're tasked with attacking the objective. Will they be more effective? We'll just have to wait and find out. Go ahead and, let's go ahead and drop the overlay so we can check the kill spread, but also prepare for round number 2, apparently.
I'm okay. Shark missed that one. Shark missed that one.
Oh, you got a map? Mag.
Who am I going with?
I can't read. There we go. Sorry. I'm going. There we go. Is this haywire?
Take a look at the defense that KOVRA opt to implement here. Ataro's getting really aggressive. Shots down the street from KOVRA, not quite finding their mark. And the entirety of KOVRA is just looking for these long early lines, a pretty aggressive defense. Not the usual you see for this objective. Oh, a nice double team onto Battle Rose. Finding one, gonna open up the blue alley just a little bit. Battle getting the call outs though.
The guy in this court here by me.
BHL not going for the confirm on the body. And now he does. Smoke gonna cover that cross a little bit. And now they essentially have a foothold in the blue alley, but they need to slow down and wait for the rest of the team as they are very far behind this attack. BHL needs to just not peek and wait. But it looks like he's gonna continue his push. There's a lot of lines covering this cross, and as I say that, KOVRA shuts him down. And again, the rest of the team just so far away, except for Haywire. Should have waited.
There's one in my spot.
One in my spot. Haywire calling out the blue room KOVRA position. Ooh, will that smoke... not quite on the doorway. But it's going to force a rotation, and the trade comes out. Nuggy, Sharkmo, and Nunny have restaged up here, I should say. Over here on the blue alley as they lost their initial assault. But Charcoal, or Cha-Cha, manages to shut down one of them. Going to weaken things up to a 2v3 now and put things in the favor of KOVRA. Oh, an unfortunate drop. Gonna leave Nunny all alone. Looks like that was the game way game's way of equalizing the drop from Subway. Unfortunate timing. We'll see if Nunny checks her tablet and realizes that she's all alone. Oh, she's wide out in the open. Bronx just sees her and manages to get the final kill. That will be a bad replay because I was shifting camera views. But KOVRA take their first point on map number 3, the Decider map. We'll go ahead and give them that point. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and move objectives here. That was very close. I accidentally pushed a bad button there, but fortunately it didn't go through. I almost just cleared the whole scoreboard. That would have been interesting. Taking a look to see if Nuggy came back. He did, but we do have VHL Lion Man now out. Hopefully that wasn't also a drop. Waiting on this last player from Raw Meat to get back in here. The team captain. Oh, the round start timer. I believe that's going to turn out to be an accident, though. An accidental start. We'll probably have a round reset, as not all 5 players are in. I'm not going to drop the overlay. And it was. Just a round reset. As we wait for the 5th to arrive. Moving to the East Courtyard objective, I'm really hoping we get to see at least one of the new objectives, though. Either the tank or the Southeast. Praying for it. Let me go ahead and contact the captain, or at least one of the team members, and see if everything's okay. Apologies for the delay, folks. I'm going to make sure we don't have to go into an intermission here. Looks like Raw Meat is looking for a reservist. Let me see if they're going to use a timeout. All right, they're taking a 15-minute timeout, so we are going to hop into an intermission, folks. Give me one moment here, just to confirm. All right. Yep. We are hopping into a timeout. So we will see y'all back here. They took a 15-minute timeout. However, hopefully it doesn't take that long. So don't go too far and keep an eye out because we could be back at any moment. Hopefully catch y'all shortly.
VRware. Our passion VRware. Our passion is for the
Welcome back, everybody. As we hop back into the action, they did manage to find a reservist, it looks like, as we are back to the 5v5. Here we go. Again, this eastern objective coming out here. Let's see what the defensive positions are. We've got Haywire on the stairs, Nunny in this 3-room building, and then one over in the north watching the long street. Haywire getting some pre-fire out. Not going to find anybody, though. And then we've got Tomato over here in the back, the far east. Powerful position, but far from the objective. Actually, more common to be here watching that alleyway. Interesting that they've opted for that room instead. Gonna have to be careful, though. Again, far from the objective. If people start going down, they're gonna have to be ready to rotate. You gotta wonder, being a reservist, how in tune they're gonna be with the rest of the team. Over number 3. Going on the far eastern push here. Oh, didn't drop a camera. Gonna have to shoot back here. Gonna find Tomato, maybe. Oh, KOVRA definitely hears the background noise, but Haywire finds one. Gonna shut down the approach. But KOVRA just goes right around. To be careful here. Battle Rose gonna be challenging the objective very soon. KOVRA finds Tomato in the background. But Nunny finds the back of battle.
-1.
A 1-for-1 there. And we're back into or now down to a 4v3. Haywire finding Bronx there. And now KOVRA looking for some action. Looking for the one in the corner. Not quite gonna find it. Oh, just the sliver. And KOVRA finds it. Ooh.
-2.
Down to a 2v3. Where is that other attacker, Kabong? Go ahead and take a look at where they're at. Oh, looks like Kabong's having some technical issues, so it is a 1v3. But now down to a 1v2 as KOVRA takes down Nuggy. This is going to be interesting if they kill KOVRA and are just going to have to wait out the rest of the round because the last attacker is all the way back in spawn. Oh, KOVRA just manages to catch Sharkmo. A beautiful shot. Haywire. Flashbang comes out, not quite finding its mark. And KOVRA has picked apart the defense here all by himself. And he opts to grab a PKM. Extra round's gonna come in a lot of handy here. Oh, the peak comes out. Oh, and KOVRA comes out on top. And that's it. All the defenders are dead, but the round is still going? Oh, no. This will be interesting. KOVRA is attacking nobody. We're just gonna follow along and see how KOVRA clears this building. Oh, man. Will he go for a cap? Looks like he's going to. If he gets the 2 points here, we should over... Yeah, he gets the 2 points, but they killed all the defenders. I believe that should be a 1 point instead of a 2 point. We're going to hop back into the scoreboard and see what they want to do about this. I can always change the score for them if that's what they desire. In fact, that's what I'm going to go ahead and do for them. So it should be KOVRA 2, raw meat 1, like that. I will let them know. We're going to give them 1 point. Apologies for the bit of technical difficulties. Can't always be perfect 100% of the time, right? Onward has no problems, only features. They just wanted to give the players a little bit of extra game time, obviously. Yeah, and what I assumed was a reservist actually turned out to be an actual team member. Silly me. And here we go, hopping into round number 4. We are not going to forget the overlay.
I'll take one. I'm right here. Yeah.
Let's go, guys. Get ready. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No. All right. No
Oh, negligent discharge. Going to give away their spawn a little bit. Not the biggest of deals for this particular objective, but for some objectives, that can be lethal. Actually, we're going to follow along with Haywire. An interesting smoke choice on that doorway. I don't think that's where he meant to put it. He's actually trying to grab it to put it somewhere else. I think that was about what he meant to do. And he runs right through a line. Rest of his team playing a little bit slower. He's going to have to be careful to not be too aggressive here. Take his time clearing the market area. Take a look at the rest of the approach here. Drum mags game passed around, very powerful if used properly. Basically a bunch of mini LMGs running around. You are looking for the side of Kabong here. And possibly Bronx as well. They're a little too tucked in. Not going to find those shots. We're going to take a look at Shark. Coming in from the east courtyard. Shots from Tomato. Downing Haywire with the TK. unfortunate, bringing in that 5th player on their team. Might be a little bit more of a rookie here. Cobra finds the shots onto Shark. Very solid defense so far. Bronx with the great rotation and flank. Now we're going to have to follow along with Nuggy and Tomato here. Oh, and Cobra finds the shots onto Nuggy. And Tomato gets shut down, pushing in. Gonna finish off this round for Cobra. And now they just have to get this attack down. And they will have taken map number 3 and the series. Bit of an iffy replay there to finish off things for that round. Apologies for the poor camera work towards the end there. Go ahead and give them that point. We are moving objectives, and we are thankfully moving to one of the new ones by the tank over here in the Far East. Go and get a nice little camera there, the cap cam. I hope everyone's doing okay so far and is enjoying the cast that we got. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making this possible and bringing us the entertainment that we need and that we oh so desire out of Onward. As we hop in to the next round again, dropping that overlay. Go away, overlay. We go into round number 5. Let's see if Rami can successfully hold this position and stay in this fight or not. Smoke gonna cover the cross over there in the far west, or at least half of it. Looks like M203 frag right on to the doorway. Not going to find anybody. Again, I don't think Bazaar's one of the maps that the M203 is allowed on. Got to be careful bringing that, and a nice kill from Haywire, but immediately refract from KOVRA. I think we should have time to play that. Defense now trying to react onto these shots that came through in the courtyard. Nuggy has a really nice line to cover this cross. Along with Tomato with the long angle down there. Sharkmo watching the far south. All this pre-fire just going everywhere. Again from Bronx. Just heavy finger on that trigger. Gonna have to watch KOVRA's approach here. Tomato should be able to catch him poking out here. Oh, they exchange fire and the trade comes out. Tomato successfully taking down that attacker. Closest to objective. Now gonna have to split our attention to Cha-Cha and Nuggy over here. Under the scaffolding. More pre-fire coming out. Not gonna find anybody. Cha-Cha throwing some smoke out. Now gonna rotate. Nuggy just waiting for Cha-Cha to come out, though. In this 3v3. What could be the final round. Nuggy spins around. Not gonna find anybody, though. Cha-Cha's already rotated around. Is now looking for a kill on the objective. Nuggy's gonna rush around it, pre-firing, and he finds it, but Cha-Cha manages to catch him in the trade. Sharkmo now engaging with Kabong here, but Kabong gets around the back of Shark. A beautiful flank around. Down to just Nunny, but Kabong finds the angle. And once again, Raw Meat is downed. They are all dead, but KOVRA still attacking. Oh, man. KOVRA have effectively taken this series with the 1 point. And we're gonna throw it into the scoreboard and give them that deserved point. And that is basically it. They're gonna go for the cap under the smoke, but again, it is effectively over. And KOVRA take the series. Bazaar map number 3 and Snow Peak map number 2. 4-1, 4-1. With the final score, Raw Meat 6 to KOVRA's 10 points. However, there were some M203s brought that could change those things around. We'll have to wait and find out and let the mods decide all of that. But I appreciate everybody coming out here to witness this. For me, it has been a very exciting game to watch. I'm glad I crawled myself out of bed to get this caught on camera. Again, thank you all for showing up here. Hopefully we can get some more casts going in the coming hours of today. So be sure to tune into those. I have been TheSkyJoker. Oh, sorry there. I have been TheSkyJoker hosting VRML 3 Raw Meat vs. KOVRA. And I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's days, nights, whatever they may be, depending on the time zones. Catch y'all next time. Comes out on top. That's gonna shut down the south push there on the stairs. Bronx with the nice peek onto VHL. Was aware of this. Oh, Kabong finds one, but Lion manages to get the refrag. And Raw Meat take map number 1. Once again, Haywire leading the charge. Oh, Kabong turns away at just the wrong time, and Haywire exploits that. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Sharkmo walks right by Cha-Cha. Honey gonna rush by this hallway, assuming it was clear, but it was not. Oh, they are so close. Gonna stand tall, and he finds the shots. Oh, he's actually hiding behind this barrel, so Haywire can't quite see him. Going for the pre-fire, trying to get around, and he finds it. Oh, and Haywire finds the shots, but Cha-Cha also finds the shots. I don't think Haywire's aware that he's there. Oh, but he flicks up and finds the kill, and he is on objective. Haywire might catch 2 in the back here if he pokes out just the right time. Oh, he finds Battle Rose getting aggressive. Now Haywire well aware that Kabong is there. And Haywire finds the shots. 20 seconds on the clock. The crash needs to come out. Nuggy needs to react to this. Tablet is out. I don't think he can cap from that far away, though. He can't. He's got to rush the objective. Tablet out, but Nuggy shuts it down. Lion might find Battle Rose in the back here. Oh, they take cover just in time. Pokes out and finds Lion. Oh, Shark Mode just doesn't quite. Oh, Battle Rose might find him in the back. Oh, and he does for the final kill. Battle Rose. Oh, an M203 smoke right on objective. And the body fell on top of my camera. The north. We're going to have to keep our attention split. KOVRA making the cross. VHL's definitely going to hear this. Oh, wow. A nice pre-fire. Attention split. KOVRA making the cross. VHL's definitely going to hear this. Oh, wow. A nice pre-fire. KOVRA shutting that down, but Nuggy with the perfect bong. Now on the hunt for Nuggy. Right next to each other. Oh, the shoulder peek, and Nuggy with the pre-fire manages to catch him. And now Nuggy is going too slow. He was being so rushy before Cha-Cha. If he doesn't get this out, he might just not be quick enough. Nuggy's gonna check in. He finds it. Oh, a nice double team onto Battle Rose. Oh, will that smoke? Not quite on the doorway. But it's gonna force a rotation, and the trade comes out. Be careful here. Battle Rose gonna be challenging the objective very soon. Overfront Tomato in the background. Be careful here. Battle Rose gonna be challenging the objective very soon. Overfront Tomato in the background. But Nunny finds the back of back corner. Not quite gonna find it. Oh, just the sliver. And KOVRA finds it. Oh, KOVRA just manages to catch Shark. Oh, and KOVRA finds the shots onto Nuggy. And Tomato gets shut down. Push again. Gonna. Again, I don't think Bazaar's one of the maps that the M203 is allowed on. Gotta be careful bringing that, and a nice... Oh, they exchange fire and the trade comes out. Is now looking for a kill on the objective. Like he's gonna rush around it, pre-firing, and he finds it.